Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, welcome. Come on in and join the family. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and remember the notification bell because that way you'll be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create lovely DIYs using mostly items that I find at the Dollar Tree. I try to keep my DIYs budget friendly but easy to do. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. I am so excited to be sharing with you more of my creations. If you want to see what I came up with, then keep watching. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos, and I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. I will be sharing with you 4 DIYs. For this first one, I'll be using one of the taller vases here from the Dollar Tree. I also have 2 rows of the Dollar Tree rope, but I will be using more to cover this vase. I also will be using some white chalk paint as well as some Java color chalk paint. I'm going to start from the bottom of this vase with some hot glue and adding the rope, and I am going to add hot glue all the way around the bottom of this vase until I get the rope tacked down, and then it will be easier for me to just continue wrapping the rope around, adding a little glue here and there. And I am going to add the first row of rope, and I'm just going to continue to wrap it, add some hot glue until I get it all tacked down. And once I get it tacked down, I am going to start with my second row of rope, and I'm just going to add some glue and continue where it cut off, and I'm going to continue to wrap and add glue just like I did the first row of rope. Now that was 3 rows of rope, and now I'm going to use not even quite half of a 4th row until I get it covered. When I get to the top, I am going to add some glue to the rim and make sure I go all the way around because I didn't want any of the vase to show. And after I get that tacked down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some paint to this vase. Now I do need to take a trip to the Dollar Tree because I am low on supplies, so I do not have any painter's tape. I'm just going to use what tape I have on hand. And I'm just adding some tape, not all the way down to the bottom because I do want to paint the very bottom. So I'm just going to add some tape here, and then I'm going to go and add some tape close to the top because what I want to do is paint the center of this vase with that white chalk paint, and I want to paint the bottom of the vase with the Java color. So what I'm going to do now is just go in first with the white chalk paint and paint the middle. And after I finish with the white chalk paint, I will go to the bottom and I will paint the bottom of it with the Java color. And once I remove the tape, this is how it turned out. So pretty but so simple. And what I'll be doing is creating some DIYs to style with this vase. And so I'm going to get started on the second DIY for today. And what I'll be using for this DIY will be another one of the vases, but I will have a shorter version. I will have one of the little LED lights from the Dollar Tree. I also will be using some jute cord, as well as I have a rose floral bunch here from the Dollar Tree, but I pulled off the fern looking leaves because I'm going to save these roses for a Valentine's Day DIY, and I'll be just using these pieces. And I'm going to start just how I started with the previous DIY, adding some hot glue and tacking the jute cord down to the bottom. And once I get the first row of jute cord tacked down, it will be easy for me to continue to wrap the cord. And now I will not be covering the entire vase. I will just be covering the bottom. And once I get that covered, now I'm just going to start wrapping it, just leaving gaps, and I'm going to do that until I get close to the top. And now what I'm going to do is just wrap a couple of rows of the jute cord, leaving some of the vase showing. And then once I clip off the excess cord, I am going to clip the stems off the bottom of these greenery pieces, and I'm going to add them in between the jute cord. And as I add the greenery, I am curving it a little bit to give it a little design, and I'm just tucking them right under the jute cord, and that way I don't have to add any hot glue. And this is very simple as well. And after I attach all of the greenery, all I have to do is add in my LED light, and this DIY is complete. And I really do like how this turned out. This is really simple, but it is so pretty, and I will be styling this with the previous DIY as well as all of the DIYs that I'll be creating today. And so I'm going to get started on the next DIY. This one is very simple. I have a small drinking glass from the Dollar Tree as well as some Dollar Tree caulk, and I have a floral bunch here from the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to pull off 3 of these little berry picks because that's all I'll be needing. And I'm just adding some of that caulk to the bottom of this glass. I'm not adding it in no special form, just squeezing it down in there, and then I'm going to shake it around. Once I get it all in there, I may add a little bit more, and then I'm just going to stick the little floral pieces in there and let it dry. And that is very simple, and once it dries, this DIY will be complete. It is so simple, but I think it is so pretty, and I think it's going to look great when I style it with the other DIYs that I created today. And so what I'm going to be using for the 4th DIY today will be one of these 8x10 Dollar Tree pictured frames. My other items will be 12 of these little tumbling blocks from the Dollar Tree, and this greenery pick that I pulled off a Dollar Tree floral bunch. I have some poster board as well as some beige acrylic paint and the Java color chalk paint. I'm using the back of the frame just to trace out a piece of the poster board, and then I'm going to cut it out. Once I get that cut out, I am going to glue it to the front of the backing from that 8x10 pictured frame, and I'm just adding some hot glue around and pressing it down. And then I did cut these greenery pieces all the way off the stem, and I'm just going to add the large piece right to the end and then add the other little leaves to the side. And then what I'm going to do is start working on the frame. I'm just pulling off those little pieces that hold the backing on there. And then I'm flipping it over to the inside because I am going to add legs to my tray that I am creating. So I'm just going to take one of those tumbling blocks and add one to each corner. And after I get all the legs, I'm going to flip it over, and now I am going to create some handles for my tray. And I have 4 tumbling blocks for each handle, and I'm just gluing 2 of them together. And then I am going to glue 1 down on each side. And after I get this glued together, I will be creating the second one for the other side, adding 2 together and then 1 on each side. And then what I'm going to do is take those handles and add some hot glue and just glue it right to the top of the frame on the side, and I'm going to flip it over and do the other one the same way. And once I get that glue down, I'm going to go in with that beige color acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint the entire frame. And after I get this painted, what I'm going to do is take that Java color chalk paint, and I am going to brush over that beige color, and I'm just going over it, adding a little paint, giving it a very nice distressed look. I really like these 2 colors together. And once I get it brushed to the desired look, what I'm going to do next is I am going to turn the frame over so I can add the glass back to this frame, and I'm going all the way around with some hot glue, and I'm going to make sure that I place the glass in there and get it nice and secured. And then I am going to go around it again with some hot glue just to make sure it's secure, as well as so I can tack down the backing. And once I get the backing secured, this DIY will be complete. So simple, but I really do like how it turned out. This is such a pretty tray, and I cannot wait to style this in my home with the decor that I created today. And here's a second look of all of the DIYs. I think they all turned out so pretty. They were very simple, easy to do, but I really do like how they turned out. If you like this video, please remember to give it thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. And as always, in the comment box below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas, and I'm wishing everyone a happy new year. Until then, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.